Hey guys, OJ Albina here, bringing you guys our BBR Season 2 Week 5 battle against Patty Trills and his Sin City Scizors. Very terrified of this matchup. There's some very scary things. I do think we have some solid win cons, but it's going to be pretty tough, obviously. He has a really scary team, especially versus mine in particular, so we're going to have to go over this carefully. Though I do want to say, before we jump into the team builder and all that stuff, I did notice that only a good 30 to 40% of you guys who are watching the vids every day and all that good stuff are actually subscribed to the channel. So if you're enjoying them, if you're watching them, might as well drop a sub. It helps me out a bunch. It lets me know you're enjoying what I'm doing, and it's completely free, so why not? But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into a quick little team builder just so you can see what we're bringing, why we're bringing it, and having that little background knowledge going into the battle itself. So, our team, if you did forget, consists of Zarude, Pelipper, Kingdra, Reuniclus, Silvally, Doublade, Croak, Cinccino, Stunfisk, and Clefairy. While our opponent's team consists of Clefable, Slowbro, Darmanitan, Heliolisk, Heracross, Braviary, Cofagrigus, Persian Alola, Steelix, and Roselia. Now, right off the bat, one thing I did notice is that my opponent's rain matchup versus Kingdra is very tough. They do have Slow Bro, but that is not half as good a check as Slow King, which we did end up playing last week, so I'm pretty free to throw off big Dracos and Hydro Pumps and stuff like that, and do a lot of damage, though they can pivot between Clef Bro and Heliolisk potentially. I do think we have a solid potential, way to stop those things. With our Kingdra, we can obviously break through them if we click the right button and predict. Heracross, very tough for us to switch into. We'll have to be careful about that monster as well. And Heliolisk. Heliolisk is a big issue in rain. It can be like a Life Orb set, and it kind of 2-taps our whole team. So we're going to have to be careful about it. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. First off, we got Zarude with an Assault Vest and a Scarf because we've been a little bit unlucky lately, and we haven't had the best start to our BBR season, so I'd obviously like to, maybe switch it up and see what we can get going, and maybe the Scarf will do that for us. But rocking out with the Leaf Guard ability, Power Up, Darkest Lariat, Acrobatics, and U-Turn, while our investment is 68 HP, 188 attack, 4 defense, 68 speed def, and then 180 speed with a Jolly Nature. This thing is going to serve as our main Heliolisk check. We're not 2-hit KO by Focus Blast unless it's like Specs, and Life Orb U-Turn does not 2-hit KO as well, so we can potentially do that. We do have Wish support in the back and a Clefairy, which we'll get to soon, but that obviously helps keeping this thing alive. And my opponent doesn't have great switch-ins to Power Whip plus Darkest Lariat. The only real resist to those two stab moves is going to be Heracross. And after rocks, Heracross actually dies to our Acrobatics unless it's very bulky, even with us having our items. So I think that's very important. And then U-Turns obviously for momentum purposes and stuff like that, which is obviously really cool as well. So I think this thing's a solid Heliolisk check, and I think it puts in a decent amount of work. Next up, we got our Clefairy, rocking out with the Eviolite. Magic Guard is its ability, Moonblast, Wish, Teleport, and Protect. EVs wise, we got 236 HP, 180 defense, and 92 speed def with a Bold Nature. This is going to serve as our main Heracross check. It is a backup Heliolisk check. We are not 2-hit KO by Life Orb, which I think is very important. And this thing is here to provide Wish support to a lot of our members, like Zarude and a couple other members in the back. I think the Wish teleports, potential easy Wish passing into a lot of our offensive threats is very important this week, so I wanted to potentially have that. I really wanted to fit Rocks in this set because, spoilers, we're not bringing Stunfisk, though I originally had it on the team. We're not bringing Fisk this time, so it's going to be a little tough dealing with that in that sense. But other than that, we're in a pretty decent spot with Big Clefairy here to just throw off Moonblast, throw off Wish, and protects and teleports and things like that, and pass them to our other members, which is obviously dope. Next up, we got Croak rocking out with Dry Skin is its ability. It's supposed to be Pyalpha Berry, but it doesn't have it right now for some reason. I'll definitely add that onto there. I'm glad I didn't forget that. Nasty Plot, Sludge Wave, Vacuum Wave, and Dark Pulse. EVs wise, we got 84 HP, 4 defense, 156 special attack, 12 speed def, and max speed with a Timid Nature. Now, this thing is here to break through my opponent's team. The Pyalpha is going to let us live a hit from Slowbro. If we can Nasty Plot up, we do a lot to Clefable, we do a lot to Slowbro. If it's not AV, it pretty much just dies to a +2 Dark Pulse. And the end game, honestly, this can really win. If Steelix doesn't come versus me, obviously we don't have great fighting stab to hit it. But honestly, that's fine. We can set up on a lot, and we can do a lot of damage to a lot. So I think this is a great potential endgame win con, provided we, confirm the Heracross isn't Scarf, or we win a speed time versus it if it isn't. Though I'd like to, completely eliminate that before. And if we can get some trip on things like Darm if they want to come, we can Nasty Plot up and do a lot of damage to our opponent. Next up, we got Pelipper rocking out with the heavy-duty boots. Drizzle as its ability, Scald, Roost, Hurricane, and U-Turn. Max HP, 180 defense, 44 special attack, 4 speed def, and 28 speed with a Bold Nature. This thing is going to be a solid Darm check. It's going to be a solid Heracross check, and that's basically it. It's here to set up rain. It's here to pivot in and out and kind of get in our next member. I'm not going to go super into depth with this one because we got the real, rain threat right here, which is going to be Kingdra, rocking out with the Life Orb, Switch Swim is its ability, Surf, Draco Meteor, Hurricane, and Hydro Pump. EVs wise, we got max speed, max special attack, Force for Death with a Timid Nature. I want to be able to tie the Heracross outside of rain if we are in that position. I think that's very, very important. And we'll catch any, really aggressive creep on us as well, which I think is awesome. But this thing puts in the work. With rain up, we 2-hit KO the entire team. So if we click the correct move, we should be in a pretty good spot. Hurricane is for the Roselia. Dual Stabs, it's everything else. Surf is just a more accurate option to click if I don't need to click Hydro Pump, which I think is really nice. Then lastly, we got Reuniclus, also rocking out with the Life Orb. Magic Guard is its ability, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, and Trick Room. Very simple spread as well. We are max HP, max special attack with a Quiet Nature, no speed IVs, because we're trying to underspeed everything. And under Trick Room, my opponent's Psychic Switching is an Alolan Persian, and that's not a Psychic Switching, unfortunately. And a Slowbro, but we 2-hit KO or OHKO like this entire team with these coverage moves. And if we can find a position to get this thing in and Trick Room up, we can put in a lot of work with Big Reuniclus. So that's going to kind of be the goal, is to break with this thing, plus Kingdra, and maybe win with our Toxic Group in the end game. But yeah, that's going to be the squad. I'll be right back with the battle. Alright guys, here we are with the battle. We are connected with Patty. Let's see what he ended up bringing. I'm going to try a new approach. I'm going to try writing down the notes in front of me so I don't have to look away from my screen as much, because I get stressed when I do that. And I feel like it might help out, but we'll see. He might be doing an intro, so it might take a minute. But I'm very nervous about this matchup. It may look nice on paper, but it's actually pretty garbage. Okay, so no Shaky Community. So we have Clef, Kofag, Darm, Hera, Braviary. No Slowking either. Wow, okay. And Helio. Right off the bat, what do I want to lead off with is the real question. So I have a really tough time versus the Darm lead. Another thing though, I think he might just lead off with Helios because I just don't have a ground type, and Volt Switch seems like the freest thing in the world versus me. So I'm just gonna lead off with my Zarude, and I'm gonna click U-turn if he leads anything other than Heracross or Heracross or Darm. Everything else I can U-turn pretty freely on. I'm not going to stay in versus the Kofag because I assume it'll probably be Colbur with either Body Press or Will-O-Wisp. I obviously don't do much to the Clef. Braviary, I do not OHKO. And then Helios, I want to get the slow momentum out on it. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do. Good luck, have fun to you too, Patty. And hopefully we can bounce back in BBR, man. It's been a tough season so far. It's been a tough season. That's for sure. So let's see what we can do. Also ready to play this game so I can go eat dinner. I'm starving. I am starving. Okay. So what is he going to end up leading off with? Which is going to be Helios. Okay, cool. So we're going to lead Zarude with our cool little scarf with 251 on it. Pretty sick. I actually just now noticed that. And I'm just going to click U-turn. See what his initial response to this is going to be. He could Focus Blast, but it's not going to do the most to us because, again, we are Assault Vest. So, we'll be able to pivot out and go into something else. He could also be Scarf himself. He could be, so Volt Switch is going to come out. Yeah, so he's not even U-turn, which is good to know. Doesn't do the most. Is he Life Orb? He's not Life Orb. So we're going to get some Switch initiative right here, which is obviously very, very nice for us. So, awesome, awesome. Let's see what we can do. And yeah, we're going to go for a U-turn. And I'm wondering what he's going to go out into. He does have some pretty decent responses to this thing, though. I'm assuming probably the Clef or the Heracross. Heracross puts on a lot of offensive pressure, so I could definitely see that coming in. Which would be definitely unfortunate. Kratos is just going to be, yeah, Heracross. So I know this is his initial switching, so I can catch this thing with a potential acrobatics next time. Because that U-turn should actually put him in range. Which I think is really nice. And from here, I'm going to go Pelipper. Yeah, I think Pelipper's fine. I can just click U-turn. I know a Scarf Stone Edge won't knock me out. I know a Life Orb Stone Edge won't knock me out. I know a Flame Body Stone Edge won't knock me out. And we'll obviously be able to scout this thing's item, which I think is really important at this point in the game. Just not pop the Flame Orb. I'm thinking he's probably Scarf, personally. But Regardless, I think my play is to U-turn. He gets slow momentum off. He could stay in Stone Edge, but again, I just don't see it. I don't think that's a very good play. And we'll see what we can do from there. So he's gonna switch. We're gonna click U-turn. Keep, which is going to be Big Heliolisk. This is great chip. Oh, that's crit. Okay, I'll take that. That's actually amazing chip. This thing is definitely going to be dry skin, obviously. I'd be very surprised otherwise. But I think my play is definitely to go to Zarude and just click U-turn again and get that slow momentum. It'll put him in range of Vacuum Wave. We should be slow within it because we're not scarred for ourselves. As the dry skin's going to pop. So we know it's dry skin. Did we see leftovers? We did not. That's good to know. I'm going to click U-turn once again. But hopefully be in a pretty good spot. Good Focus Blast. Because he knows, obviously, U-turn doesn't kill him. I don't think anything we can really do can kill him. Power Whip might knock this thing out. So Zarude's pretty damn strong. So he's going to Volt. And this is completely fine. We are keeping up momentum. We do have Wish support for Zarude later on. And yeah, we're just going to be able to U-turn. And there is, like, nothing to switch into our Toxic Croak. If he goes Clef here, that's a free Toxic Croak and that's a free Nasty Plot. Got a text message, so I apologize. Put my phone on the charger. So we're chilling at like 20%. I'm gonna need it later. Boop. Okay. So yeah, more momentum. U-turn, U-turn, U-turn. So we'll see. Ronald Reagan. It's gonna be Big Braviary. We're gonna U-turn on out. And what are we gonna go into on this Braviary? Actually, this thing's a little bit annoying. If, what do you call it, Zarude into Braviary. I would have loved to, 50. Darkest Lariat. He's probably not very, he's not very bulky based on that damage. At least I don't think so. We're gonna go and look at Reuniclus, how much Reuniclus does. Does a ridiculous amount. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Reuni. Because I know I can Trick Room up right here. I'm being in a good spot. These lefties. That's good to know. Actually, maybe that wasn't the play. But if he Brave Birds here, then he should be in range of Psychic afterwards. So I'm just going to Trick Room. And we should be able to click some buttons here. We should be able to click some buttons. At level 50, we should knock out the Heliolisk as well from here, unless it's very bulky. But I don't think it is. This thing could U-turn, it could Brave Bird. Though Brave Bird, I think, will put it in range of Reuniclus right here. If not, we'll 2-hit KO it, and he'll take him out due to take himself out due to Brave Bird recoil. He could also be a little bit bulkier, and not even 2-hit KO us, so. We'll see. I think this puts us in a pretty good position, though. Bulk up. So he's bulk up Braviary. Interesting. We shouldn't die to a +1/1. It's a 12% chance to kill us if he's Jolly. It's good to know, though, because, again, we don't have great switching to this thing. We definitely 2-hit KO him. I thought of a big Psychic. And it's a no drawback. There's not one Psychic switch in on this team. Not one. I'm very interested in the Darm. The Darm ended up coming. That was pretty crazy. I thought potentially Slowbro could come, which is very bulky and annoying versus my team. So we're going to throw off a big Psychic. It would be awesome if it's a crit right here. Not Shadow Claw. Does that kill us? Does not. Sick. And I think we're just going to use this as an opportunity to punch a hole in my opponent's team. Once again, and I can potentially wish this up later, too. It's not an impossible task. Gonna click Psychic once again. And hopefully pick up a KO here. I think everything on the team should be 2-hit KO, though. As maybe like a Spadef Clefable. I mean, Fizdef gets 2-hit KO'd very easily. So he's going to switch. He's going to maybe damage on something else. Which is going to be Clef. Let's see how much this does. He Fizz Death for me. It's probably for death, but like... Whoa! That is damage. Give me another Psychic. Give me another one. It could be Wish Tech, so we obviously could stall out a turn with Protect. I wish I was Recover instead of like a Shadow Ball. But I felt like I needed a Shadow Ball Focus Blast. Focus Blast obviously for the person that didn't come, and then Shadow Ball for the Slowbro. Both didn't come. I literally don't click anything but Psychic this game probably, but honest to God, that's fine. And this lets me click Draco every time I'm in with Kingdra. And pretty much pick up a KO. So like, I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll see what we can do from here. And our end game with what do you call it is looking solid. Let me write down. Bulk up. This Clef, he's definitely thinking about what he wants to do here. If he wants to switch on, give me damage on something else, it's obviously super dope as well. So again, I'll take it. I will take it. He's gonna switch out. This is more damage. Kofag is just gonna come out. We're gonna click Psychic. I wonder how much this does to Kofag. And we are min speed, so unless he's min speed expecting our Trick Room, we will knock it out. And I think he probably has a little bit of speed to haze us if we're Calm Mind variant. So I'm gonna click it again. We do click a Psychic. It might have been a speed tie, but I don't think it was. We're gonna be able to knock this thing out. Awesome. Down goes the Kofag. Just Dimensions are gonna return to normal, which is unfortunate. But it's all good. It happens. Because next up, I wonder what comes out to revenge me. It's going to be this guy. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go hard Clefairy. Because I don't think you're Swords Dance. If you're Swords Dance, you're not clicking it right here. You could go for Stone Edge, predicting my Pelipper, and I want to make that middle ground play. Throw up a Wish and try and teleport into my Reuniclus, because again, it just puts on so much offensive pressure right now. Knock off. That's unfortunate. Good play, though. That's also a very good middle ground play. I'm going to Wish. And then we're going to try and teleport. Right back down to Reuniclus, and I want to set up another Trick Room. So he's going to switch. Which is going to be Heliolisk, and this gives me a free teleport. Yep, we're going to teleport right here. Hopefully get out into something that puts on a lot of offensive pressure. Hyper Voice. Now I want to wish up my Reuniclus. Awesome. And we have Clef as some sack fodder. That's right here. What I think I kind of want to do is sack off Clefairy. Now, I'm going to sack off Clefairy, get a free switch into Zarude. I don't need it, and this gives me good switch initiative. So what went down there? Kofag went down. I'm assuming it's probably Culver. That's what I would have to guess. So we're going to switch out. Unfortunately, we're not regen. Regen would have been amazing right here. Oh, we might have died to Life Orchard, actually. So I don't know. Dark Pulse is going to come out. So he's Volt, Hyper, Dark Pulse, what? Probably T-Bolt? T-Bolt or Thunder? I'm going to throw up a Wish in case he misses with a Thunder or something, but he should just Volt Switch. Again, that's fine. So, out comes Hyper Voice. And this also makes me think he can't really touch my Zarude very well. He probably doesn't have Focus Blast for it. He might be Surf as well, because right now he doesn't really touch, what do you call it, very well as well. So, I'm going to go Zarude, and I'm just going to click U-turn. I think it's definitely my safest play. I can go on to Toxicroak if he stays in afterwards. What's stopping Toxicroak from winning? Darn. So, I am going to U-turn. Hopefully be in a pretty good spot. I'll see what we can do from there. So, yeah. Not the worst position. Volt Switch is going to come out. This is fine. I wish I had rocks. Again, I didn't think I could fit Stunfisk this week. I had originally, and it would have been a great Darm check as well. Just being Rocky. I was Rocky Helmet with Static. Obviously, punishing that thing, getting up rocks. It's been amazing, but it's all good. It's all good, though. But we're going to get a free U-turn off right here, which is obviously very clutch. It's going to be a big clef. And from here, I'm just going to go out into Toxicroak, and I'm going to click Sludge Wave. I don't need to set up at this point in the game. I just don't need to, you know. So we're going to go Toxicroak. I'm going to click Sludge Wave. It keeps me healthy to where I can set up on a Heliolisk later on, which I think is pretty important. And we'll see what we can do. Sludge Wave. In case he goes like hard Darm, trying to stop me. Or like hard Heracross, something like that. I don't think a Protect comes out here. I think that would be very interesting. I think that would be really interesting. So he's going to save the Clef. Go hard. Yeah, hard Heracross. Yeah. I'll take that damage. Don't do that much damage, unfortunately. I think I'm going to go hard Pelipper right here. We'll see what we can do from there. What would really suck is if he clicks Stone Edge, so maybe I should have before. But I don't think I had a much better play, in all honesty. He could make the double into Heliolisk as well. So we are going to switch out first, so if he does make that double, then it should at least a speed die. We'll see though. Stone Edge should not knock us out from a Scarf variant. Knockoff is going to come out. Does he even have rocks on this team? He does on Clef, potentially, but I'm just going to U-turn. And be in a good spot. We're going to throw off said U-turn. We're going to get a little bit chip off on this Heliolisk. And we're slowly setting up, once we get rid of this thing, we're setting up an endgame where our, what do you call it, wins, or Kingdra. Like, Kingdra just demolishes this team right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Zarude. I'm just going to click U-turn. I think that's by far my best play. Yeah, I think that's my best play. Honest to God. That's so much health back from that dry skin. Not a good time. But we're going to U-turn. Again, if he stays in, stays in. Focus Blast. It's going to hit. It shouldn't kill us. So yeah, it's not going to kill us. Let's go for a U-turn. And go into Toxicroak. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay. So he's Focus Blast as his last move. I almost just Dynamax. That would have been really bad. What I think I want to do is just throw off a Sludge Wave. I don't see the need to set up right here. Again, I think he has to save this. Personally. Like, I think he has to save this. Well, we'll see. If he gives me this, then I think Kingdra can just win every time it comes in. It clicks button. And I think I have sufficient sack pieces. So, everything is low besides Darm. He goes out into this thing. And then I think I kind of want to click Sludge Wave again. He has to lock EQ to kill me. And I think he might predict me and go for a Rock Slide or a Stone Edge at this point. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. And he has to lock EQ to kill me, and I don't even know if EQ kills me from full, depending on what his spread is. Heracross. Level 50. Wait. Earthquake. Maybe I should have calced this before I clicked, but... Adamant Earthquake always kills me. Jolly, it's a roll. He clicks close combat. I wish I would have nasty plotted. Good lord, that's a lot of damage. So he was either max speed or he was, you know... he's either max speed or, just Scarf. Regardless, that's a great kill for me. The rain's gonna stop. This is fine. This is fine. Things that are fine, this. Okay, so let's cross out Hera. We know we outspeed his Braviary as well. Out comes this dude. Or Vacuum Wave. Maybe he just doesn't think I have it because I haven't clicked it yet. Do a lot of damage. Hyper Voice. Shouldn't kill. Don't kill, don't kill, don't kill. Ah, damn. Okay. Okay, let's see. Heliolisk. Dark Pulse. No. Not level 50. Provided he doesn't flinch me here too, I think I can just go Reuni and click a couple buttons. Yeah. Doesn't everything die in the back? Just don't flinch me, please. Just don't flinch me, please. We can knock out Darm too from full, potentially, depending on his spread. Which is dope. Now click Dark Pulse. Don't flinch me, please. Don't flinch me, please. Don't flinch me, please. Let's go. And we should be able to pick a couple. Psychic. Let's click it a couple times. If he goes hard Darm, I think I win immediately. So he's going to give me Heliolisk, and I think that means Kingdra wins as well. Provided we play correctly. I have to sacrifice some differential in order to do so. But I think this thing should claim more kills as well, too. I'm going to go Darm. I have a small chance to knock this thing out. Well, it's actually a roll in my favor if it's not bulk infested, though I don't know if I have anything at the 95 speed tier in order to force the thing to run no HP, but you never know. If he's like, I don't know, 100 HP, still have a small chance. So I'm just going to click Psychic, because why not? Reuni's going to pick... Oh, we get a crit. I'm sorry, man. I think we still won the endgame, but... That's good. I think that might save us some DF. Some differential. Let's see. I want to see Braviary. It's 252 Jolly at level 50. I want to make sure that our Kingdra is creeping max. Yeah, we're max speed. Okay, cool. But he's going to go into it anyways, so that's fine. I'm going to click Psychic once again. I don't know, I haven't encountered Trick Room turns, but regardless, I don't think it matters. I just spam Psychic until I drop. And if we end up losing Reuniclus in the process, it's fine. I just never let that Clef recover. And I should be fine. Should be fine. Should be fine. We'll see, though. We'll see. But, you know, given we have one more turn, then I think we win with Reuniclus. That means Reuniclus with another Trick Room sweep. I mean, we didn't really sweep Steve with it. It just kind of won the game. And Reuniclus is going to pick up one more via Psychic. Hopefully giving us a win since week 2, which is awesome. Awesome. Reuniclus is going to pick up the final KO. GG's to Patty. it was definitely a very tough matchup for him. I know I was kind of like, my matchup is scary. It wasn't necessarily that I had a bad matchup. I think I had a good one. It was just I was scared of specific things that I thought could give me the work. But we were able to handle them sufficiently. So I'm glad we finally, jumped back on the winning side of things here at BBR. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, be sure to drop a sub. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. Let me know. And yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.